Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we shot M80 7.62x51 at the APM-2 body armor that the military uses. This week, we're going to test it out using the 5.7 caliber. The 5.7, developed by FN some years ago, has a legendary reputation about penetration and its ability to defeat body armor. Some of that might be myth, some of it's actually founded in a whole lot of truth. What I've done today is bring out the Ruger 5.7 provided to me by Buffalo Trading Company, and I'm going to see whether or not it's effective against the APM-2 style body armor. We talked last week about how the civilian equivalent would be like an NIJ level 4. It's supposed to stop armor-piercing rounds, so you would think in close range with a pistol round that it should hold up pretty well, but we'll see. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of fancy stuff with the gun, and I do have a pristine plate that I've actually just sort of spray painted black so you can hopefully get a good visual from the camera about where the rounds actually impact. I'll check the back as we did before for any sort of deformation, and I'm very, very curious to see how well this goes. So for today's demonstration against the APM-2 body armor, I have a Ruger 5.7. We saw and used the FN 5.7 before on the show. This is a little bit different, and I actually prefer the trigger on the Ruger just a little bit more. So what I have first is your Federal ammunition 40 grain full metal jacket. As we did in the previous video, I'll go downrange and check every shot to check for deformation, and I'll do my best to try to keep them in the same shot hole. But with a handgun can be a little tricky. So let me get geared up, eared up, and we'll get started. 4-1. This, of course, is the Federal we talked about before, and before we're done, we'll shoot a little Hornady ballistic tip ammo as well. So, first one, try to keep him right down the middle. Big flash, weapons on safe. Well, I can tell you to a moral certainty that that didn't do crap to that body armor. It really did not. In fact, as you can see, it didn't even deform the back at all. Hole would be relatively here. It might go through some body armor, but not that. Let's try it again if I can keep it in the same spot. A little bit to the side. Wow, drifting all over here. There's one in the same hole. My apologies, folks, not terribly used to the gun, but I did think I managed to get one in the same shot hole. Oh yeah. So on impact number 2, she did a little more damage. And did ever so slightly start to deform the back. But all in all, unless you have the actual ammunition that's designed to penetrate armor, full metal jacket round into level 4, doesn't do squat, really. So, we'll try a ballistic tip and see if we get any different result. And I'll aim off of that cluster I created. Let's go right beside it. Once I figured out the gun's aiming point, I was able to put 2 of those in the same shot hole. And slight deformation in the back you can see right here. Basically the same result as the full metal jacket, and same amount of deformation on the back side. Huh. that was really disappointing. Now, like I said, if you have the right ammunition, you might want to get it. You would probably get a different result, but that's kind of a controlled item. I don't have those, so total myth that that thing will penetrate level 4 body armor with a conventional, commercially available bullet.